Okay, welcome to the Notes from the Field number 3.0. As you may tell from this, it is the Halloween edition. I had vowed when I left the district that I would not dress up again ever in my life. It was an extremely stressful period every year for 20 some years to come up with another costume. So, but this is a virtual costume, so I'm kind of okay with it. Okay. Um, so I've ended the summer, obviously. Um, it was a 90 days, quite an experience, more stressful than I would have liked, mostly due to the fact that it's much more difficult in the middle of Nevada to find BLM free campsites, and the RV parks are quite more expensive than I had anticipated. But I had a good time and I met a lot of people. So this is uh, the 30th. Oops, or it's Halloween. Yeah, the 31st. And so tomorrow is the beginning of November, which is really the 1 year anniversary of me living full time on the road in a 21-foot fiberglass trailer. Uh, so I've gotten a lot better at it at this point in time. I have certain routines down, and I am getting better at what I take. But for the most part, it's been uneventful, except for I've met an awful lot of people, heard a lot of stories. Um, and on my YouTube, which is where this will be posted at, um, I've actually uploaded a whole lot more videos. And so everything from train rides to hot springs and so forth. To give you a quick synopsis of the summer, I went to the lunar crater for 12 days. No cell coverage, so basically incommunicado. And that was quite spiritual, but awful windy. Uh, Camping up at the top of a crater um, wasn't the wisest thing. There's a dry lake bed that I will, if I go back up that way, I will go to instead of the top of the crater. Um, but I did meet some people that came through there, a guide to a photographer, the ranger, people like that. But it was quite isolated and liberating to not be able to be in contact at all. No cell coverage, no internet. So 12 days there. Then I went down to Ely, which is at the eastern end of Nevada on Route 6 and Route 50. So the big thing in Ely are the trains. They have an existing railroad company that's been there since about 1895, and you can take rides on the the original engines and all the cars. Everything is exactly as it was in 1910 when they began to bring the miners in. Speaking of miners, I met and was befriended by several miners. It's a big industry there. Then I went from there to the Illapah Reservoir. Again, another 12 days with no cell phone coverage. Uh, but it was BLM property, but it was prepared. Uh, there's video of it. You'll see if you go to my site, or if you go to the uh, uh, Two Twin Peaks Smug Mug site. I've put it in several of the emails. I'll put it again. Um, so again, that was another experience again of being out of touch for 12 days. May not sound like much, but you should try it. Okay, so then I went to Spencer Hot Springs with the burros every night, coming around the campground and braying. And I have a bunch of videos of the burros and that are up on my YouTube site. And let's see what else there. There I gave guidance to a young couple that came through looking for one of the springs, and I gave them directions. So as a payment, they came back and gave me a dropper bottle of cannabis essence, oil, whatever you want to think of it, to help go to sleep. And I enjoyed that. That was kind of nice. since cannabis is now legal in both California and Nevada, that's cool, right? Okay. Uh, so then I went from there to a terrible place, Fallon, Nevada. No, I'm not going to recommend anything there. And from there, I went to Pyramid Lake, which is run by the Paiute natives, Americans, and spent 12 days there. But I did have cell coverage, but that was again boondocking. And from there, I went into the Sparks Marina in the middle of Sparks. And although the RV park was nice, it was $400 and some for 2 weeks. And, or was it 1 week? Anyway, at that time, I did go to see a production of Macbeth at a Shakespeare Festival at Lake Tahoe. That was quite interesting. And then I went from there to Walker Lake, which is a beautiful lake south of on 95 from Reno, Sparks area, about an hour and a half drive down. And it's a beautiful lake, but it's absolutely dead. There hasn't been any fish in it for 5 or 7 years. And I have pictures that I took that are up on the photo site. And I also have videos of that it's dropped like 200 feet or more since the 50s. And it's mainly because of agriculture and everything else. They put a dam and a lake further north, and so none of the fresh water makes it into the lake, so it's now kind of like the Salton Sea, and no fish. But it still is beautiful. And then I came back here to Pahrump to prepare for my winter sojourn back in the Arizona and California deserts, which is why this is 3.0. We finished with the 2.0 for the summer. So I'll be going down and spending the first month in the Ocotillo with some friends, and might do some interesting things. And then I will head back to what is called the LTVA campground areas managed by the BLM. There's about 7 of them up and down the river, the Colorado River, on both the California and the Arizona side. You pay $180 for the season, and you can stay in any of them for any amount of length of time you want. A couple of them have RV dumps. They all have transport. It's still boondocking, but you don't have the 14-day limit like you do on some BLMs. So I just want to say happy Halloween. I'm sure you guys had a great time. I'm sure you're just so excited with the ERP. Excuse me for laughing. I can't help it. Okay, well, anyway, I hope you have good luck with it. So I'll be sending other videos. And like I say, I've put up a lot more up on the YouTube site. So go to my home. And if you want to, you can leave messages and maybe I might even see them. So until I get a chance to see you guys again, I hope everyone has safe holidays and bountiful and have a great new year. And so on we go. Oh, I do live by the one phrase, Zen phrase, that I don't do it perfectly, but it is my guiding light, is no matter where you go, there you are. All right? So have a good one. Bye.